This might be the most sustainable, but still exclusive material I've ever worked with. Now, before I show you how I made a jacket out of it, I want to talk about the material itself. So these hides, they come from the north of Sweden, where the Sámi herd reindeer. And these animals, they lived almost completely free. They were wild. So during the summer, they roamed the mountain pastures, and during winter, they moved down to the forested or coastal areas, just following their natural migration routes, while under the herder's care. And because they live so freely, most hides end up too scratched or weathered to use, limiting the global supply to about 100,000 reindeer hides each year. And only about 10% of those will be tanned for leather. The rest will remain as reindeer furs. And this means that there's enough leather for about 2,000 to 3,000 jackets a year. And in this video, I will be making one of them. Oh, it's so soft. Wow. I wonder what I've missed, because this went super good. Now the thing is, the hides are larger, so reindeers, it's a bigger animal, so it's easier to fit all the pieces. And also when saying okay, I'm gonna show the scars, it also makes it a lot easier. And this is also nice. These are from Iceland. They're really good. When cutting the fur, you can use an X-Acto knife or a paper box knife that I have here. And I do this because using a scissor typically just leaves a mess, because you will have fur everywhere. It's really satisfying to see it all just like this in place. And now I go on to do, the reinforcing part. And this is very important. If you've seen my other videos, you will see that I spend a good amount of time reinforcing it. And even though I edit it here and you will not see me make all the pieces, they are all reinforced. Check this out. So this is supposed to be here, so you can adjust the waist somehow or a little bit, but I forgot to attach it here. So I've opened this one up just a little bit, and I'm gonna make the, whatever you call it for these guys. And I'm not gonna forget this one on the opposite side. You might notice that I finished the front and back piece and then use them as a template before I keep sewing them together. And this comes from a long tradition and also how I was taught to do it. Okay, and what I'm doing here is also by tradition. So obviously you could use the pattern piece to cut out the leather part and it would be easier sometimes. But traditionally you would do this. You cut out the lining and then you adjust this piece so it fits the lining and the front piece. This is just traditionally how it's made. Okay, you don't see me using many needles, but I would advise you to, whenever you're placing your sleeves, put a few needles in so you know it goes in correctly. So here's a few tips when you're making the collar. You can see me gluing down one side here, not both. So I'm gluing down the back side. And the reason is, this way the front side will fold slightly more, so you won't see the back side. You can kind of see it here from this angle. You will also see it when I sew, that one side is hidden, and that would be the back side. And that's because I glued only half of it. And to finish it up, you need to hold it like this, so it will fall in place by itself. If you don't do this, the front side will be too short. And the back side is gonna start curling once you're using it. Okay, so we have an idea of how this one is gonna look. It's coming together. Now let's put a lining in it. So before I can attach everything together, I have to just do the final touches, which in this case is making a pocket, which goes in the lining. it's supposed to be too big. Like this part, you need the extra allowance, otherwise it's gonna tear itself up when you're using it. But now the next step is to put it in. Now you might be wondering what kind of zipper I would use for a project like this, and that's an excellent question. I'm using a original copy from a 1930s zipper. It's called a hookless zipper, and this is made in Japan, so this zipper is super exclusive and expensive, but I think it's worth it for a project like this. So a common question I get is, how do I adjust the zipper? So in this case, the zipper I bought was slightly too long. So I start by removing the stop and I place it to the side. And then I remove the teeth, and I do this one by one. And beware not to damage the tape. And once you have the correct length, just put the stop back, give it a good squeeze, and well, you're good to go. Now you might be tempted to hit it with a hammer, and trust me when I say this, don't do that. It's gonna damage either the tape or the stop. A good squeeze like this is good enough. This was nerve-wracking because one fault here and basically, you know, everything is ruined. And it's very, very visible because it's on the front. Okay, so this is a special 1930s zipper. It's like a hookless. They don't make it like this anymore. So it's basically metal all the way on the bottom, and therefore you have to put a rivet through it. Thankfully, everything went okay, so we can move on to the last steps of making this jacket. If you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed the process of making this jacket. I know I did, and well, thank you for making it this far. If you liked it, please leave a comment and a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I mean, I make more videos like this and I really enjoy making them. So if there's anything you want to know or you want to see, well, let me know in the comments because, well, I watch them and I try to adapt. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.